A U.S. division has been ambushed by the GLA in the Hindu Kush Mountains. Our forces are falling back with the GLA in close pursuit. Take command of a small Comanche base near Salang to cover the retreat. Do your best, General.
This mission is our first proper introduction to air power or air units of the Americans. One thing that kind of stands out with the American faction specifically is this game has this sort of retro futuristic thing going where it is basically what people in the early 2000s imagined the future would be. So you have Comanches, for example, even though in real life the Comanche project was cancelled because it was a pretty stupid concept to begin with.
Same with the Raptors, if I recall. The Raptors were supposed to replace the F-15, but they were so damn expensive that they only got assigned to a couple of units, and that was it.
Yeah, they only had like 200. They only built like 200 pieces of them, and they have a unit cost of over 150 million per plane.
Yep.
And yeah, but in this game it doesn't matter because the Comanche project took off and F-22s became standard issue.
Somehow.
Yeah, we still have F-117s though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's even funnier is the fact that you can just build those willy-nilly too, since those were only small numbers were built as well. Since they're stealth and reconnaissance planes, they're not fighters.
Well, in this game that means they're invisible until they fire. But yeah, something I want to point out about the Comanches. We never really talked about air units specifically, but how they work is they have limited ammo or limited missile supply, and the Comanche has 4 missiles, and normally air units have to go back to the airfield to resupply, but the Comanche just resupplies automatically.
It's got a guy in the back making bombs for it.
Yeah, that's the one thing, and the other thing is it actually has a machine gun that it can use indefinitely. So it has a lot more staying power than any other air unit in the game, which is nice.
Now it looks like you've got a ravine here. Seems that the American troops go through the ravine and the GLA follow them through. And then on the other side you've got a couple of tech structures and another supply depot. Is there any danger to your units in this map, or is the only GLA presence attacking the retreating American troops?
Some of the GLA will actually go after your base.
New contact. More of our men are
Okay.
Which is why I actually decided to build some Patriot batteries right at the ravine. Presumably they want you to defend at the, at your base, but I decided why not have the defensive structures help out with the guys pursuing the units as well.
Upgrade complete. Upgrade.
Also, this is pretty much the only time we will see POW trucks. Those were part of a cut feature. I forgot to look up what it was, unfortunately. Also, the other thing about this mission in particular, the Comanches have an upgrade called rocket pods, and it basically lets you target an area and the Comanches are gonna unload a bunch of rockets into that area, and it does a lot of damage. It's really, really good against cluster enemy units like this.
Well, there's another wave of technicals here.
Yeah, fortunately the US guys defend themselves against these examples of road rage.
Well, the armor does anyway. It didn't look like the infantry was.
Well, the infantry can't fire on them, that's the thing.
I got the goods.
At this point, I'm just sitting here waiting for you to finally use your warthogs.
I don't actually use that ability.
Aw.
It's not really possible to target it in this mission.
Yeah.
You'd have to do a hell of a lead.
Yeah, we will get to see plenty of it and the future missions, I would imagine. But
You're already almost halfway done, over halfway done now.
yeah. Our goal, for those who didn't catch it, is 100 US units escaping.
And we're doing quite well.
Yeah, 2 more waves at this rate.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because what happens to everyone who is left over after the first 100 escape? Do they just get left behind?
Oh, no man is
presumably.
supposed to be left behind.
Well,
That's what they keep saying.
you know, we got our quota.
Detail reporting.
We did our duty. 100 people, that's good enough.
How nice of the escapees to give you time for the rocket pods to recharge.
Yeah.
Flying low.
Yeah, that's the only downside to rocket pods is they do take several minutes to reload, or at least a minute or something like that.
Do they recharge faster when they're at a higher rank?
I don't think they do.
That kind of stinks.
But yeah, you can see how useful rocket pods are on this mission. Yeah, these are the guys who would normally head for our base.
They're not going to get very far though.
Yeah, the GLA just really rushes past each other here. Like on one end you have the guys heading for the base, the other end you have the guys just driving straight past them and after the escapees.
They're very uncoordinated. They don't really know what they're doing.
How about a show of force?
I don't know if you lost anyone in that wave
New construction.
of the escape.
Good area.
I don't think I lose anyone at all until the... or you mean the escapees?
The escapees.
Oh, yeah, I think they all got through on this one, yeah.
Yes, sir. Gunship reporting in.
But, yeah, I don't think I lose even a single unit this entire mission up until the very end.
Yeah.
So I can't remember, when it comes to the planes and them patrolling, like when they go back to reload, they'll still continue patrolling, like they'll go back once they're reloaded?
Yes.
That's very nice.
Yeah, it's convenient.
Well, the alternative would be a huge pain in the ass, really.
Frequencies open.
Yeah, but I don't think any other C&C game do that.
I don't think any other C&C game had the
I don't think they
the
patrol
guard this
in
area
this way.
command.
Yeah.
But you couldn't, like, with planes, you couldn't tell them to go to a spot. Like, if you told them to go to a spot, they got there, then they just turn around and go back, right?
No, they would go in there and just land on the ground.
Oh.
It was really dumb.
Yeah, the air units from the other C&C games are very micro heavy.
I didn't use them much, so that should be obvious.
By the way, I'm 88% done with the mission, and the enemy is only now starting to throw anti-air at me. Excuse me, game, I don't think you heard me when I said before that I wanted to play on brutal difficulty.
Computer's like, I'm trying as hard as I can.
Flying low.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what the difference would be if I was just playing this on normal, to be honest.
Visibility clear.
Like, did they even bother programming any differences for
Campaign.
these scripted missions like that?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Because I'm really not seeing what's supposed to be brutal about this campaign so far.
What's brutal is how boring it is because it's so easy.
On the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe it means like psychologically, like most POWs were really heavily tortured.
Or we think they were tortured.
The GLA will be making a final push to dislodge us from our
You see, that's where the moral ambiguity comes from.
So what? We saved everyone, and now they're doing a final attack. Is that what's happening here?
They were doing a final attack.
An exercise in futility.
You are victorious.
Yeah, that was like one tank. And the pilot ejected.